Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently working our way a little bit towards attacking Denmark and Sweden. I'm not sure if we're going to do that exactly right now. We've got this dangerous faction here. Oh wow, this guy wants to take over the English throne, and he's not going to succeed. So, I wish him luck with that. We have a new patriarch, and they endorse us. That's nice. Do they fully endorse us? Yes, they do. Beautiful. So I'm seeing that we're at 9 out of 11 domain right now, which is interesting. We can definitely pull back Castle Bar. So we'll go ahead and revoke that. And this guy's going to be very upset. So is the Pope, actually. But there we go. And that was not our Patriarch. Okay, noted. So the Pope is upset about that, but I don't care. That's fine. He can be upset. We'll get a few upgrades going over here. And the question is, at this point, what do we do with this extra domain limit? What indeed? There's like nothing for it. We could take back one of these other territories, but I would rather not, I think. I think we're fine as is. So we're going to continue to build these upgrades. I would like to get this castle, and it is constructing for another 4 months. Okay, that looks fine for now. So in that case, we could definitely think about pushing into like Denmark here. As a hypothetical, seizing de jure duchies, there are a number of de jure duchies that we could seize. That said, I'd really like to have rightful ownership. That would be incredibly useful right now. Unfortunately, we do not have it. And that's also kind of preventing us from attacking France here. I mean, there's also the fact that we're allied to France. That's definitely part of it. So I think for the time being, we mostly are going to chill and invest. We do have a new Marshal perk available, and we'll take Overseer. Fantastic. How are we doing on our succession? It seems like that was good. Yes, that is good. Cool. So coming in down over here, we definitely want to continue working on our trade ports. That'll be fine. And how long at this point until Royal Armory? 9 years. Okay, so that's still a ways out. We did just get additional taxes, so that's all well and good. We can come in over here and just work on upgrades. These will be fine for now. We can definitely work on them. Okay, what else do we have up over this direction? There are definitely a good number of upgrades to be worked on. Cool. So we swayed this guy as much as we can, and the idea was to be able to... Oh, I see. He joined Denmark. We were going to offer him vassalage, but he actually was offered vassalage by Denmark and accepted that. Or was conquered. One or the other. Okay. So, we're a long ways off from getting rightful ownership. No doubt about that. We're getting closer. I want to check in here. Advanced bowmaking is 7 years away. So by the time either of these finish up, advanced bowmaking should be very close to done, if not outright done. So Noblesse Oblige is going to, at that point, focus one of these three, which would all be fine. Rightful ownership, which would be great. Primogeniture, which would be amazing. Court officials, which would be actually okay. And promissory notes, which would be fine as well. So we are completely fine with it focusing literally anything beyond Noblesse Oblige. This is the worst possible thing that it could have chosen to expose. But here we are. That's fine. So I think that means that we need to declare this war. Or a war over here anyway. And it'll be this one, I think. Cool. So we'll do something along these lines. We'll just declare this war right now. This is a very, very simple war for us, in theory. They have like 25,000 troops. So we'll drop a rally point here. We'll raise our men-at-arms. We'll raise a few levy troops, specifically around 25,000 of them. Okay, this is 40,000 of them, but sure. I guess that'll do. So we'll just get these guys put together, and over we go. I just want to double check these numbers. 27,000. Okay, that looks quite safe. Beautiful. We're still making money. That is very good to see. And we're just going to come in and siege these castles down very quickly. And we do want to go through and double check all of these constructions once we're done with this war. Interesting. They walked in here. They're not going to want to stay there, obviously. Okay. We're just going to make our way up over this direction for right now. And I think we go attack this force. I really do. So we're going to split off bombards and a few levy troops. Something like this should be sufficient to keep the siege going. And we'll have that guy take over the siege. Cool. And yeah, they are running. No shockers there, but we're going to catch them here. That is in mountains. And I'm noting these guys here. These guys are slightly awkward for us. We would like to go after this force, but these being here mean that we cannot abandon our siege force. So we're going to have to walk back down this direction for the time being. And we'll just head over here and start sieging and get ticking war score. Actually, we'll need to siege this castle as well. Fair enough. Okay. We see the Grand Company here, and we can actually fight them. We catch them there, so that's wonderful. Let's actually hop down here and just siege our way down. Oh, this is Sweden. Of course. That would be fine. We're not going to siege Swedish territory yet, because we are not at war with Sweden. So, where is their primary army? They have disappeared into the fog of war. And we're not sure where exactly they are. But there's some of them. Can we assume that that is all of their forces right up here? Maybe. Definitely maybe. We're going to make our way down this direction and continue to siege Denmark's territory. Oh, Sweden's in a civil war all of a sudden. Okay, that's exciting. So at 76% war score here, and we're just walking southward. I want these guys to come in over this way. Okay, we see them just kind of running around over here. Indeed, they're just kind of running around in circles. Okay. So this seems reasonably fine. We're at 92% war score. Ticking is on our side. They have no way to do anything here. They're actually fighting in the Swedish war, so they've given up. They've given up on our war. Cool. That is absolutely great. And enforce those demands and disband our troops. Fantastic. So this is now our territory, and we're going to need to go through here and check the holdings. Okay, that's going to need a little bit of work. This temple holding could definitely use a monastery. We'll put that in there. And of course, they're building a castle holding here. I don't love that, but I guess it'll do. We have a city holding here. We're going to need a temple holding, and we're going to want another city holding later. This will need to be a temple holding. Okay. And we know that we want to put in a forestry here. There we go. And then this temple, or rather this city, was fine. No problems there. Okay, that's all looking good for the moment. I want to make sure that we are building guilds here. And then we'd want to go for something along the lines of monasteries. Cool. Okay, so we're building city holdings here and here. No problem there. We're going to need to put in guilds, and we're going to need to put in monasteries here. So those are looking good. Holdings are doing okay here. This temple holding we'll put in a monastery. What do we have going on up here? This is completely fine. So nothing needing done here. Nothing needing done here. Okay, and then we will just come down to here, I guess. Okay, so these are fairly new, and we're going to need a guild here. We're going to need a... We already have a monastery, so we're going to go for a hill farm here. Cool. Up this direction, this temple is completely fresh, and we're going to put in a monastery. We also need to build a city holding here. That means that we're out of money, but we do have 2 additional locations to check. So this city holding is good to go for the time being. This temple holding does require some work. We're going to put in a forestry as soon as we get our month tick, which we already have. Fantastic. So that's all underway over here. We're going to require additional work. No doubt about that. But we're going to be truced with Denmark for a little bit. We do have some de jure claims that we can make on Sweden here. And we're going to want to, eventually. I don't know that that's a right now sort of thing, though. I do want to make sure that our personal castles are getting upgraded over here. We have a lot of work to do yet. And let's go ahead and upgrade our pastoral lands. And let's get, like, our apiaries here. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of gold. This ransom is acceptable, actually. And we can ask the Pope for gold. Cool. He gave us gold, and we're going to invest that into this pastoral land. This ransom is not acceptable. Excellent. And now we know it's a few years until our new territory needs additional work, so I'm going to continue to put resources, for now, into upgrading our economic duchy. Cool. Showing the Duke in his 190 gold. I love it. So we're continuing to upgrade these at a quite rapid pace. That's excellent. And as this all finishes up, well, we do have a few more over here that we need to grab, but we need finances for that. We're about to get a martial perk, and that's absolutely fine. The Normandy Tapestry was destroyed, but okay. Stalwart Leader is the only option at this moment. So that's all fine. We're up over 100,000 total soldiers now. I love it. That's really good. So I'd love to do additional work over here. We do know that this temple requires some work, so we'll put in a trade port there. That'll be fine. And otherwise, it should be okay for about a year over here. Our war with Sweden is a distinct possibility, but I would like to get these upgrades going as soon as possible. So we'll go ahead and get those going, and that is everything. Oh, this bishopric could actually use a little bit of work. That should be everything for now. This ransom is not acceptable, and with that being the case, we should at this point go after Sweden. Seizing this de jure duchy would be reasonably fine. They have like 15,000 troops. Okay, we'll definitely do this and get our de jure claims over here taken care of. We'll raise men-at-arms and levy troops. We're looking for around 15,000 of those. We can scale our military down substantially for this war, and that's great. Okay, that's more than enough. Cool. And our men-at-arms have arrived, and in we go. So we're going to get ticking war score here. But what if it's all true? No, we are not going to get stressed here. Let me show you the error of your ways. Okay, he convinced us. Sure. We're now superstitious, and he has a favor hook on us. Hilarious. Our goal is still the same. There is a new king of Sweden. 29,000? Okay, noted. We should be fine here. In theory. Yeah, they're down over this way. We could raise up a few additional troops. I don't think we necessarily need it. Let's do it just to be on the safe side, though. So we're looking to raise, like, a grand total of... Wow. Okay. That took them a very long time, and then they all came in at once. Sure. We're going to split off these bombards, and they're going to go up here to meet this force. And then these guys are going to walk down and fight. Beautiful. So this will become our siege force up here. And do we think that this is actually even chances? They're not going to be defending in Taiga. We're going to be defending in Taiga. They don't have this occupied. So this is just free. The game is just flat wrong about that. Chances are not even. Chances are extremely good on our side. So we're going to head down over this direction, and we're going to replace this guy with a siege commander. And yeah, we just absolutely crushed this. No surprises there. Beautiful. So we're 22% war score here. This guy is going to end his war, or rather, he's going to be amenable to ending this war pretty soon. We're only claiming the one county, after all, and it is de jure ours. So this isn't all that onerous of a demand, right? I would like to send our fighting force up over this direction. These guys just became hostile instead of enemy. Fascinating. As I was looking at them, they exited the war. Interesting. Well, we're at 36% right now, and we're just going to siege over towards their capital. So at this point, we're going to head over this direction. 42%. Ticking is, of course, on our side. 3,000 here. Okay, so they just had a really, really awkwardly timed succession, I think. Well, that's okay. We're going to walk up this direction and hope to catch some of these forces. And it would appear that we are. And this is their primary military strength, right? I think so. So they get stack wiped. We're at 79% war score now. We're going to continue heading down this direction, 85%. And ticking is on our side. So as we continue to get these sieges, this war will be over very soon. We need 13 additional percent. I'm just going to park these guys. Actually, I was thinking about fighting these, but that's not necessary. It's completely okay not to, I think. War is over, and we will enforce our demands and disband our troops. Beautiful. So now we need to take a look at this new province that we just took. Okay, we'll build a city holding here, so that'll be fine. And now I want to go through these holdings again, because we're going to need to get another building slot constructing here. We'll do farms and fields. And I want to go through all of these buildings. Okay, this guy just started a logging camp here. That's fine. We're completely okay with them building a logging camp. We'll put in a trade port here. This temple is 52 days out. Let's actually wait on that finishing up, because then we're going to be able to build a city holding here. We do need a new spy master. We'll put this lady in. Cool. And we've got 15 days left on this temple holding. Fantastic. So we're going to construct a city holding here. We're also going to build a trade port in this temple holding. Okay, over here we've got a completely empty city and temple holding. So we'll build a guild here, and is this on the coast? I don't think so. We'll build a monastery here. Cool. Checking in on these situations, we need a level 1 building here, so a hunting ground. That'll be fine. Anything out over this way? Those are all good. So we definitely need a level 1 building here, and it'll be quarries. And a level 1 building here, that'll be hill farms. Cool. So then we've got this county here. We need a level 1 building here, quarries. This city is completely empty. We'll put in guilds. And this city is also completely empty. Okay. So those need to be developed, no doubt about that. But we're definitely making progress here. We'll put in a forestry. And in this city, we'll do a trade port. In this city, we would also do a trade port if we could, but we can't, so we will do guilds. Okay. Everything up here is looking good. Out this direction, we do require in this temple holding to put in pastoral lands. That city holding is good to go, and that's still under construction. Here we definitely need some work, so we're going to put in hill farms, and we're also going to put in... I think we'll go with hunting grounds. There we go. That city holding is, of course, still under construction. And those building slots are all full, so that is completely and totally fine. Excellent. So this is under control for the next little while. We'll come in over this direction and continue to work on maxing out our economic castles. This ransom is acceptable. We can change this guy's contract, and we'll definitely do so. Fantastic. There's additional people that we can ransom off, and we will certainly do so. We're not ransoming off our vassals, but the rest of these, we absolutely are. Okay, so we need, what, gold for this? Yeah, gold. Okay, farms and fields will go on in. Beautiful. This gift is acceptable. 150 gold. We'll take it. And a good deed needs no repayment. Indeed. Cool. So, there's a crusade being declared here for Transoxania. Transoxania, huh? That is a really, really long ways away. I assume it's for a kingdom level title. Grant Emirate of Transoxania. Yeah, so I want to look at this. Okay, so it's this. That's a really, really long ways away. Like, we can't even sail there. we would have to sail all the way into the Black Sea, disembark in Georgia, re-embark in the Caspian Sea, and then land over here, or march all the way around the Caspian Sea. That's a really, really long ways away. We're probably not going to join that one. Sure, show in the Duchess and her 50 gold. Beautiful. So we're going to continue to work on upgrading. This is all very important. And there we go. The Pope is probably going to ask us to join the Crusade. But I don't think that we really can feasibly get there. Like, for real. It's so far away. Knight effectiveness? Sure, we'll take that. Cool. So how long is our truce with Denmark? 22 months? Okay, that seems reasonably fine. So for now, that's completely and totally okay. We're going to continue to work on upgrading our own personal holdings here and increasing our monthly income. Keep in mind, we're at plus 240 with all of our court expenses maxed out, and we're on strategy focus here. We're making so much money. Yeah, we've not joined the Crusade, obviously. It's a world away from us. So I'm not going to do that. We'll see if the Pope asks us to. Actually, let's ask him for gold before he asks us to join the Crusade. Okay, he asked us to join the Crusade as we did that. Honestly, maybe we should say that our warriors will be ready to fight, but we're not actually going to go there. He also gave us 1,500 gold. We don't have a beneficiary selected. It kind of doesn't matter because we're not planning on participating. Okay, so we're just going to continue to construct over here. Right, this is maxed out for our current tech level. Ah! The Emperor of France just died. Do we use this as an opportunity? We don't want to put this guy on the throne. He would become independent. He would become... Well, hang on a moment. This is our player heir. Huh. That's quite a play. For a second, I was going to be like, oh, we don't want to do this. He'd just become independent, and he would... no, this guy would be the Emperor of France, and then he would inherit our kingdom. He is our player heir. If we put him on the throne of France right now, then we have both. This is a huge move that I can't take credit for. I don't know how he got this claim. But okay. This is absolutely the smart move. We have a large numerical advantage over France. When it starts, this war will end inconclusively due to the Great Holy War. Okay, so we're going to wait until after the Crusade, and then we're going to attack France. That's the way this is going to go. Cool. So now that we know that that's a thing, that is absolutely something that we want. The real problem here is France is going to probably use this time. Can we withdraw? Okay, so we would spend 500 piety and lose a level of devotion. I feel like this is more valuable to do right now. I don't care. We're going to do this. If we get excommunicated, it should be okay. Then we could declare on this guy, pressing our player heir's claims. Indeed. This seems the move. So we declare this. We're obviously going to call in the Emperor of Castile, right? 750 prestige is a small price to pay here. However, it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to see how this giant power play plays out. It's going to be very interesting. If we get Francia on our side, that's absolutely critical mass at that point. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadow Wolf, and Lohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Rogue Corvid, Anna the Elephant, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.